Okay, so now we're going to do the actual water part. It's pretty straightforward. It's just a silicone sealant, and we're going to mold it into different shapes, and we're going to make it look as realistic as possible. This is what we do. So we have our silicone sealant. I'm just going to put some out here. We may need more, may not. Okay. So, we take our coffee stirrer, take a big lump of the silicone. Okay, we just put it down. This is just the initial layer to get something on. We'll start to sculpt and mold it after it. You'll see now why the white parts are important, because this is where you're going to have swells and stuff like that. Okay. So you just keep building up. Obviously, if excuse me. Obviously, if it's a deeper, rivery kind of thing, then you do a couple of layers of this. You wait till the first one dries, and you can build it up. For me, I'm just going to do one layer to show you how it's done. You can then decide yourself what you want to do for your modeling. Okay, this stuff dries roughly in maybe 30 minutes, so you've plenty of time to sculpt and to do whatever you want to do. Okay, so that's our initial layer. Okay. So I'm just getting it in all the nooks and crannies. Okay. And let's get some more. Okay. Just want to build up slightly around the backs of these rocks, because I know there's going to be water coming in over these. I'm assuming that the water's coming down fast, it's going to hit it and splash over. That's the aim that I'm going for. You can see the reason that you would put all the colours in here, because when you see through it, when this dries better, you'll actually see through that, and that's your bed. You could put some sand or grit or something in there if you wanted pebbles and things like that. I don't. You might want to. Okay, so it's just building up layers. It doesn't really matter what way you're going to do, because you're going to sculpt it anyway. So what you have to decide yourself is what way the water is actually going to flow, what way it's going to look. If you're going to big waves or small waves, or lots of white water or rapids, or whatever you're going to do. This is just the way I'm doing it for me. Okay. So you're going to have a little bit over the rock here, because obviously the fast water is going to hit the rock. It's going to be the same here. It's going to hit that rock there, and then in here I wanted to hit that rock as if it's coming up over this one. Okay, and we're going to have a few kind of wavy, splashy things hitting there, and on this side as well. Okay, so wet your finger. You can lick it, wet it, whatever. I suggest you wet it because the stuff stinks. So you just wet your finger. Okay, and now you're just going to mold to wherever you want it to be. Okay. So all you're doing is smoothing it out. Can you see? Okay, just smoothing it out. So this is just your initial watery kind of look. You just want to smooth it down a bit. Okay. You decide where your water is going to go, what it's going to look like. You can actually move it if you just slowly push it, you get little waves and that type of thing coming into it. Alright, so I think that looks okay to me. Okay, so you can see now where the white is. Hopefully you can see it with the iPad, and the white suggests where I wanted foam hitting. Okay, you can also see through here as well. So let's clean my hands. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start creating our waves and our whirlpools and eddies and whatever else that we want. Okay. That little rock, there's a little rock just here. Just that one there. That's going to be water pretty much going completely over that. Okay. I'm just sculpting because I'm assuming the water's coming up like this, coming in, going up, going out, and going back out this way. And that's what I'm trying to get. Okay, so now we have that done. Now we're going to sculpt it, and we sculpt it by getting some more of this stuff. Okay, we're going to get some more of your silicone sealant. Okay, and what you do is just put it on the top of the, like that. Okay, and you're just going to put it down, and you're going to pull it up, put it down, and pull it up, and tap it. Okay, so you'll see what will happen now. So when you pull it up like that, you get little waves. Okay, so I'll move it up closer. So you can see you get little waves. So you can just pull it up as you wish, or where you want it to be. You certainly want some at the side, just hitting. Okay, I'm going to do this big one coming over this rock here. Okay, so you do want coming up like this. So I'll show you from the back. So it's coming up here, the water, and you're just going to hit it like this. Okay, you see? So there's your wave coming up. So you're actually hitting it for the wave, and then you're pulling it slightly back to give that curve of a wave. Okay? So from the front, there's your wave. Okay, so it's hitting, curving back. All right, I'll do the big rock here to show you again. So you're gonna have your wave, your water coming up. It's gonna hit. It's gonna splash up. Okay. Small little rock covered. Okay. You just put the water around it just by tapping. Some more silicone. I want some more water here, here. Kind of easing off. More at the side here. Again, it's just put down, pull back, push down, pull back. That's all you're doing. Get some water in there. It's going to have some splashes here. Okay, same thing again. In, pull back. Okay, and you can also pull forward, which gives you that kind of a wave coming over. Okay. Because this is just like 1 second in time. You're taking like a photograph, and that's what you're getting. So you can put little bits of foam and stuff coming over. This will all be highlighted later on. Okay. So again, we're going to pull up. If you do this, you get small little kind of, I don't know what they're called, small waves. Okay. You can also, if you want, if you just push like this, you get like kind of one single wave with a wave on the top. Okay, so all you have to do with this type of thing is just, if you grab it like that, okay, and you push up and just again pull over, you get that nice kind of wave effect. Alright, so I'll just get one more piece of this stuff. Just do a little few pieces. Okay, now it doesn't look like anything now, but when you highlight it and paint it, you'll see. Okay, but you have to decide where your waves are going to go, and you have to decide what it's going to look like. Okay, you can do it in layers. You can let this dry, then do another layer on top of that, whatever you want. Okay. Water here. I want some water coming over this rock completely here. Okay, so I'm going to use quite a bit of this coming over like that. Okay, again it's just touching. Okay, touch, lift up, touch and lift up. That's all you're doing. Okay, now what I do want in certain areas, just going to wet my hands again, certain areas I don't want any white water, so you wet your hand and just push that down in there, because I don't want any water coming in there. Okay, you just push slightly, which will give you, when you highlight it, you'll see nice little ripples and things in there. Okay, but I don't want high water. Okay, so I'm actually licking my fingers now, which is probably not a good idea. This stuff is probably toxic, but there you go. Waves, maybe a little wave there, wave coming over there. Okay, as I said, it doesn't look like much right now, but when you paint it and when it's highlighted and dry brushed, you'll see. Okay, that looks okay to me. Just push that down a bit too much. Okay, there you go. We're going to let that dry, and let's see what happens. The next stage then is we're going to dry brush and pin brush this, and we've got to wait a few minutes for this to dry, and then we'll see how it goes. Alright, back shortly.